Hello everyone. Welcome to this installation of Inside with IAIS. My name is Darlene Kascak. I'm the Education Director here at the Institute, and I am also a member of the Connecticut Tribal Nation. The topic we're going to talk about this week is land acknowledgments. A land acknowledgement honors the indigenous people who have lived upon this land since time immemorial. We all know that the map was not blank when the colonists first started coming here. There was a deep, rich history of the original stewards of this land. And a land acknowledgement recognizes that and honors that and keeps the indigenous people from being erased from history. Let me read to you the land acknowledgement that we use here at our museum. In the spirit of healing, as we gather here today, we would like to acknowledge that the town of Washington exists on the ancestral homelands of the Quinnetucket and Quinnetucket people and their descendants who are now the Connecticut. This statement recognizes and respects the indigenous people who have lived and have been working on this land since time immemorial. It is important that we express our gratitude and appreciation by understanding the long history that has brought us to this land and to seek to understand our place within that history. Truthful acknowledgement of our past is crucial to building mutual respect, connecting us once again regardless of barriers of heritage and difference. There's a lot involved in writing a land acknowledgement. The first step is doing research. It is important that you do your own research. The purpose of that land acknowledgement is for you to understand that history. Step number 2 is to contact the local tribe in that area to make sure that you're writing about them in the proper way. For example, in this area it would be the Connecticut tribe you would contact. Maybe it would be the Golden Hill, the Mashantucket Pequot. You need to reach out to those tribal people to make sure that the information you're giving is correct and that it's written in an appropriate way. I have seen many, many land acknowledgements coming across as a scolding statement, and that's incorrect. It's supposed to be a healing statement. It's supposed to be a way of bringing us all together. By bringing awareness that there were indigenous people here before colonization, we're honoring those native people and keeping their histories alive. In your land acknowledgement, you need to talk about not only the past, but who those people are today and about the future. Another thing you need to do is ask yourself why you're writing this land acknowledgement. You need to put your whole heart and soul into this and understand what the purpose of it is. It's truly supposed to be an informative experience for you. You also need to ask yourself, what is my end goal? Just reading a land acknowledgement, isn't enough. You also need to figure out what other steps you're going to take afterwards. How are you going to support that indigenous community in your area? I also would like to remind you that the land acknowledgement should be read by the people from that organization. It's not proper to invite an indigenous person to read that land acknowledgement. To have us come in and read it, a native person come in and read it, kind of defeats the purpose. So I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about land acknowledgements, and perhaps we've sparked some ideas in your minds. We're going to provide you with tools to do this research, where to find this information. It's a great project for teachers to do with their students, especially if they're studying local histories. Thank you for joining us with this installation of Inside with IAIS. If you would like to learn more about Connecticut's indigenous history, you could stop by our museum and support us. We could also help you with any questions that you have on land acknowledgements. Thank you very much.